I got to, okay, cool. I can get there. I got something good. I got,
You can get there.
I can get there.
Sounds dirty.
Hey, hey. All right. Well, it's week 16. And this week, I've been kind of compartmentalizing some stuff of my life before. Getting ready to move into the new house in a few weeks and try to like go through everything in my apartment, get everything sorted out in that space. And it's gotten me looking back kind of at a year ago and where I was. And it wasn't a very pretty place for a lot of reasons. But I was in a tough place emotionally, struggling deeply with depression. I was in a really tough space in my relationship at the time, going through divorce, moving, selling a house, doing all sorts of things. It was a really, really tough period for me. And there's been some things that have kind of reminded me of that space as I'm going through this process of yet again, purging things out of my house and out of my life and getting prepared to move. And as I've been revisiting these things, it's dredged up a whole bunch of memories. And what's been really interesting is the relationship that I have with Ellen and the ability that our relationship has given me to talk about these things. There's a lot of times in life when you feel like you shouldn't share with your partner because you're concerned about how they may judge the situation or your feelings, your emotions, or any of that sort of stuff. But with Ellen, it has been so wonderful because I'm able to talk about any of the challenges I have. And every time these weird feelings from previous things have come up in my life and I'm just dealing with them as I'm going through this process, it's been great because she's such a leveling piece of my life for me. She's always supportive and always there and all of this stuff to keep me calm when, like I always talk about, my life's crazy and busy. She's like this rudder for me in this very good way. And I feel like we provide that for each other. And as we're getting ready and there's all this excitement for this like whole new phase of our life, there's all these crazy inputs flying at us. But there are these moments that we find and we just are able to be calm together and talk about the future and talk about the things that we have going on and relax and get ourselves into a space where there isn't that like overwhelming push of fear or concern or challenge that you have to get to. And I think that's been something indicative in the way we've decided to structure our relationship from the very jump. And I think that has been the most healthy thing if I look at a year ago from where I was incapable of basically tying my own shoes, so I felt. But knowing that inside me I had the opportunity to find a relationship with someone that would nurture the positive things in me and help me grow and help me be the person that I know I am and that I was inside. And we've found this structure that has led us to this point so quickly, but is so rooted in truth. Just like my relationship with John is rooted in this space where we tell each other everything, good, bad, or otherwise. It allows us to deal with things on a playing field that is completely level, without judgment, without any sort of things and baggage that we put on that. Because life has enough baggage. We all carry it around with. John says you have the little backpack of your baggage with you at all times. And you're going to carry that around. But if you don't have people you can share that with in your life, honestly, without that judgment, it makes life real, real tough. And you start to live in this strange shell in your head and things aren't where they are in reality and they aren't what they really seem, and you can really get yourself in a tough space. So this week I'm thinking a lot about how thankful I am to have the people I have in my life, my family, my sister, my parents, my brother-in-law, my nephews, all that, and my aunts and uncles and all those people who have been rocks for me, and all of my friends who are those same people like John and my friend Lisa and all these people who've been friends of mine for years who I can share that truth with. But really to have a partner in my life as I'm moving forward into this space and looking at what things were a year ago, where I have someone who I'm completely grounded with in that truth and that calm expectation that we're always going to be able to talk about those things, whether they're good, bad, or otherwise, and approach them in a level-headed and normal fashion. So I encourage you to this week, connect with the people who are important to you and share truthfully with them, because that is the basis of a good relationship, whether it's with your friends or your family or your partner. Do that this week, because that is a critical component to rolling into this time of year where it should be enjoyment and smiles and all that sort of stuff. Unburden yourself and get into that truthful space with them. It's a good place to be. I tell you that from my own personal experience. So please do the thing down here where you type the comments and hit the bell for the notifications, and like us, subscribe to us, and check us out. Make sure you listen to the pod and let us know what you think about things and what you'd like to hear us talk about our lives. We're going to run out of topics eventually. I'm fairly certain. There's only so many things we can talk about. So ask us what you want to know about our lives and we'll share with you. So we'll see you next week. Peace.